Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Rebels, you guys. Oh my goodness. The show just never disappoints. And even last time where we had what was probably closest to what we've had in a while for like just a one-off adventure, it's like they still managed to bring it with the tension of like Thrawn closing in on our crew. It's just really like, and it's so funny because I know high level how this is all going to go, but you know, I have no idea how it's going to go for this particular crew, for this particular group, or with these particular characters. Like, I know a little bit about Thrawn, like I know just like literally a sliver of a detail, and that's it. So it's funny how like they get you super invested even on like, okay, this is clearly supposed to be kind of like an adventure one, you know, like a little bit of a breather. That droid was terrifying though. Like, I don't know if you could really classify that as a breather, but okay. So yeah, I will just kind of briefly get into any lingering thoughts that I have. But before I do that, I do just want to say if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so very much. And as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still, thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in that description down below. And if you are joining me on those YouTubes, I hope you'll hit like and subscribe for me. Thank you so much for that. Also, before I get into my lingering thoughts, just a quick housekeeping note. This has nothing to do with reactions, but just FYI for this video. My dog, Buffy, is feeling sick today. Sad. She's actually in the room with me, which she usually is not when I'm filming, just because, you know, if she wants to play or she wants to make noise or whatever, you know, I try to make sure she's like happily off doing something else while I'm filming so that you guys get my full attention. Don't worry. You will still get my full attention, and the episode will get my full attention because, she's just pretty sleepy right now. She had some medicine. She's good. But just in case, like, she did get up or whatever, you heard noise, or she comes over and she's like, Mom, I need you. Just FYI, I'll just quickly pause, go take care of it, come right back. But yeah, just a little bit of housekeeping there. So you might, probably not, but you might actually get to see Buffy today. But yeah, guys, back to the episode. Last time was a lot of fun and, a really good, just kind of action adventure. Star Wars, when they do just like a good action adventure, is just so good. It just hits so right. And it was really fun to see Zeb kind of embracing the role of like being in charge. And we've seen a couple times now where like they've emphasized that Zeb is not just brute force. Like Zeb has a lot of other stuff going on that makes him awesome. And they should have said again. So plus, I mean, who doesn't love a Zeb adventure with the two droids and just, I mean, seriously, spin-off material much? I think so. I would watch the heck out of that. At this point, I watch probably pretty much anything they put out that had Star Wars or Rebels or any of the characters that I love on it. But yeah, again, you know, we just kind of had that, like, we won, but in the end, it's like, we did also sadly give away a little bit of info. Not a lot, but for Thrawn, that's a lot. So who knows what we're going to do with that info from here. But it's probably nothing good. So yeah, guys, I'm excited for more. We are making our way through the series. Season 3, gosh, what is this? Episode 15? I don't know. My mouse isn't working. 15. And I know season 4 is short, so we don't have that much longer to go, which is sad, but I can't wait to see what's going to happen on the show. So without further ado, what do you say we go ahead and we jump right in to the next episode of Rebels? Let's do this.
You wanted to speak?
Oh, okay.
I've got something to show you.
A lightsaber?
Not just any lightsaber.
It's not just any lightsaber. Yeah, I think you know just what that is.
It is the Darksaber, a symbol for the leader of House Vizsla, and later the group known as Death Watch.
Yep.
I didn't know Mandalorians developed a type of lightsaber.
We didn't. This was one of a kind. Legend tells that it was created over 1,000 years ago by Tar Vizsla, the
Wow.
first Mandalorian ever inducted into the Jedi Order. After his passing, the Jedi kept the saber in their temple. That was until members of House Vizsla snuck in and liberated it. They used the saber to unify the people and strike down those who would oppose them.
Whoa.
One time, they ruled all of Mandalore
You're talking about raising an army.
with Sabine leading it.
Ooh, I don't Oh, yay, look at the art. Oh my God, that. I love that. I absolutely love that. I need a print.
I know it caused my family nothing but trouble after Maul took it.
Maul used it to divide and conquer our people. You can wield it to do the opposite.
Wield it? You're crazy.
She's
Kanan,
not
tell him
on
he's
board.
crazy.
Consider what he has to say.
What?
Everyone's
I don't
surprised by
think
this.
it's a coincidence this saber came into your possession.
Yeah, but Kanan, that doesn't mean she can fight with it. No offense.
Go on.
What I mean is, look,
Go
it's
ahead.
taken me a while to learn, and I mean, I use the Force.
She might not be able to fight like a Jedi.
Keep talking,
She's learned
Ezra.
to be
Keep
proficient with the
talking.
blade.
You're not
am
doing well.
proficient with many. You want me to lead my clan. I don't know if you realize this, but I'm not that popular with my family these days.
That can change.
No, it can't. You don't know what I have a family here on this
Yeah.
ship. I don't need them.
Found
we
family.
do.
Ooh.
If there's a
That's the
rallying
thing.
army of Mandalorian warriors to our cause, I have to ask you to do it.
Kara,
Family history can be painful. Believe me.
She knows
I
better than
know,
anyone.
But we can.
Once people know you have it, you will be challenged. And you need to be able to defend yourself.
okay, I'll try my best.
First lesson:
Should we train?
don't try, just learn.
There is no try.
Give me the sword. I'm gonna learn how to kick your.
Sabine,
Ooh, the music. The music.
Hey, what's this?
training saber.
Yeah.
Really?
We don't start with a real
Before we
saber.
start with the-
Ooh, Shabza, good form, good form. But she's up against a Jedi. So
That might work on a stormtrooper.
Okay, let's go again.
No. You better practice with Ezra first.
All right.
Why?
Ezra, walk her through the force.
I feel like she's gonna be insulted by that.
1, 2.
Also, Ezra's doing super well to be able to be in this position. Super proud of Ezra, and I know this is hard for Sabine for so many reasons.
Training sabers? You mean those sticks you and Zeb made?
I'm being careful.
Were you careful with Ezra? I
They're
don't
literally
remember him
sticks.
fighting with a stick.
Well, maybe I'm trying to do things differently this time.
Maybe because she doesn't have the Force, you don't believe she can do this?
No. The force resides in all living.
It's been tough going. I brought you something, since you're partially in this mess on my recommendation.
I'm sorry, partially? How about completely?
To make up for that, you can have these.
What did we bring?
Whoa. Mandalorian van braces? Where did you get
Whoa.
Try them on. Grappling hook, paralyzing darts, repulsor, all designed
Whoa.
to combat the abilities of the Jedi. Bridge
Interesting.
it down a peg or two.
Do we just give her like an unfair advantage? Does Kanan know what they are? Kanan's just not saying anything. She's like, this week I trained for Ezra too. So,
these? And that's your head.
Hey, not fair. Where did you get those?
Special delivery.
Hey,
is it loud?
is this a game for you?
No game, just outsmarting my opponent. Care to take a
I
shot?
mean, she's... What? Huh? Oh, whoa! That was really...
History lesson.
Whoa.
The Jedi won the war with Mandalore. These tricks will amount to something. Maybe save you from time to time, but they won't keep you alive in the long run.
You
Will
have
be
to
training,
actually learn to fight.
And
That is...
discipline will do that.
Oh, what? Okay, alright. Yeah, that is
The
true.
only thing I'm learning is that Ezra must be really gifted to learn as well as he has from a lousy teacher like you.
Ooh, she's angry. You know, it happens, families fight.
Kanan's not the easiest teacher to have, but he means well.
He's
Does he?
here for you.
Do any of them? I know how to fight. I believe I can learn to use that sword. I just don't want everything that comes with it.
You mean your family?
I'm a disgrace to them, Ezra. A traitor.
Sabine.
That's not true.
It's
To
not-
them, it is. You don't know.
That's very complicated. Think of all the baggage she's got going on right now while she's trying to get her head in the game for this. It's very, very tough.
How can I lead my people? How can I go back there and face them?
I'm sorry, Sabine.
Sabine.
At least you have parents to go back to.
We all have our stuff. We all have our stuff that we're bringing to this.
Ezra.
Not comparing traumas, but we've all had to overcome some past trauma to get where we are. Oh! Well, hello! Do you want to weigh in on this?
If I let her use the Darksaber, she will get hurt.
She's already hurt.
Yeah, and now she's being
Her
hurt
family
by...
hurt her more than any sword could. You don't see it because she doesn't want you to.
But you can?
Because I know what it's
Gets
like
it.
when people you love don't believe in you.
Yup,
When they let
she
you
gets
walk
it.
away. Remember how hard it was for her to trust us.
Yeah, it took a long time for her to really open up.
I don't know.
I know you don't. But this isn't about you.
Hera's so stinking wise, and she knows how this is firsthand, and she is so good at looking at the bigger picture. And she
didn't think
knows
she'd be gone
Kanan.
this-
I owe you an apology.
I can say the same.
We both were at fault to a degree. Here you go. This is rightfully yours. We trust you, and let's really train.
That sword is old, heavy, but powerful. Respect its strength.
Now we're getting somewhere.
High. Middle.
She's a natural.
High.
I feel like we just
Middle.
had to like meet each other
Good.
where we were
Let's work on the
at.
series. 2, 3,
Heck
4,
yeah.
5, 6.
Whoa. Ooh. Ooh.
You're making it easy on me.
What?
Position. You must use all your skills together. Ready position.
Yeah, we need to put it all together. Whoa. Ooh.
You'll have
Oh.
to do better.
Okay. All right. Well. Nice. We don't have the force, but we have those cuffs. Ah. Ooh. Did he just cut the? Oh
not
my
fighting me.
goodness.
You're fighting yourself. And losing.
I think it's important for her to
You're not
understand
committed to this.
that.
That's not what it looks like. You did run, didn't you?
No!
Ooh, we're poking the bear
That's what
here
your
to
people
try and
believe,
get
isn't
it. You need to
Ran
face
from the
this.
Empire. So what's the truth?
Tell us the truth.
I left to save everyone. My mother! My father! My brother! Everything I did was... I built weapons. Terrible weapons! The Empire used them on Mandalore. On friends. On family. People that I knew. They controlled us through fear. Mandalore. Fear of weapons I helped create. I helped enslave my people.
Oh, that's what you've been
I wanted
carrying.
to stop. I spoke out to save them. To save everyone.
Whoa! You did what you had to, and you've been
When I
carrying
did.
that guilt. Stop, cause still
My
Kanan.
family didn't stand with me.
No.
They chose the Empire. They left me. Gave me no
Sabine.
choice.
Empire rules with fear.
Yep.
But not everyone can be as strong as you've been.
Right.
Your
Some
family
people
is
just
in a prison, one of their own making. It's up to you to help them out of it.
right. You can still save them. You've saved a lot of other people, and I feel like you just
But how?
saved yourself by confronting this.
Why? Why would they follow me?
I would follow you.
Yeah, there are people who recognize. Whoa!
So would I.
That's.
And I mean it.
Yes.
You come. This family will stand by you no matter what you choose.
I love it. Oh, dang, guys. Wow. That was so good. I'm like legit, like, was starting to tear up. Sabine has been carrying such a heavy burden. And in a lot of ways, I feel like for every other character on this show, we have confronted whatever it is from their past that they're carrying with them. And you kind of saw that in that scene with Ezra. It's like, we know what Ezra was through. We know what he had to overcome. We know what he's working through. We've gotten, kind of like in-depth journeys with just about every character now. Even Chopper, we kind of know like where he was coming from. And like, we've all had our trauma to deal with, but Sabine has always been like pretty close off about it. And I can remember like what they were saying in this one about like how long it took her to trust them. And I remember like earlier seasons where she was still kind of like very touch and go with them. And I do feel that she, at this point, has settled in with them as a family, which I know has been wonderful for her, especially considering all she's been through. But in order to really grow as a person, and definitely in order to be able to wield something like the Darksaber and be in tune with it, you cannot be harboring some kind of big inner conflict and not trust yourself. And I think Kanan made a great point when he said she was fighting herself and she was losing, because you're your own greatest enemy in that situation. You have to really, really know who you are, what's going on within you. I mean, like it's not dissimilar to the kind of training that we see Jedi go through. You can't be carrying a bunch of like really negative emotions and guilt and burden and all this. I think it's part of why they probably instituted the no attachment thing in the first place, which you guys know if you saw me in Clone Wars, I have my own thoughts on. I don't know if it should necessarily go that far, but inner conflict can be so detrimental to learning how to wield a lightsaber, but the Darksaber in particular seems like it's particularly powerful and just really, really intense. And I've seen it on other series now, and I remember hearing about like the heaviness and like not even being able to like pick it up and everything like that. And it's funny when Kanan was talking to Hera, I'm like, oh my goodness, we don't need to train her on, she's right, she knows how to fight. She, like the actual physical movements and everything like that, she's fine, she's good. Like that, she'll be able to do in no time. What she's really dealing with isn't here. That's what she needs to overcome. And Kanan just came in and was like the perfect foil to like kind of turning the mirror on her and being like, oh, so you did run, you did leave your family, you did do this, to the point where she had to really look at what she was thinking about herself and what was the reality of that, what was the truth of that, and what was just guilt that she needed to let go of. And I'm just like tearing up just even thinking about it, because not only must that have been horrible for her to be dealing with this whole time, just in silence more or less, but also to now have to think of going back there and dealing with all of that again. Just a huge burden. It's a huge responsibility. And it's one that she was willing to take on because she does care for this family, and she does care about doing the right thing and seeing to it that the Empire does not succeed. And I think we all know by this point that is not going to be a road filled with easy choices whatsoever. What a horrible thing to have to recognize what's going on, stand against the Empire, not want to partake any longer and building these weapons that are going to annihilate so much. And it's just so, like, there's such a horrible, sad irony, too, to the fact that, like, Mandalore, we know from the Clone Wars, was very, at least, like, main Mandalore, I don't think I'm wording that right, but was so, pacifist. And to think that after everything that happened, the siege and everything like that, that it went the way that it did. It's heartbreaking. And to have to go through all that and take a stand, and then, like, your family's like, no, we choose the Empire. And Kanan's got a great point. They're victims in a way, too. They have their choices, but in a way, they're victims as well. Dang it, guys. I just go on forever. I'm not going to, because I want to wrap this up and get to the next episode, but geez, that was a good episode. I was not prepared for just the in-depth look at Sabine that we were going to get, and I am so stinking grateful, because I've been begging for this for Sabine. I know she can do it. I know how strong she is, and I have no doubt she's going to be wielding that Darksaber like nobody's business. And she's already come a long way. It does make me worried long term, because I kind of know some things that happen ahead of this timeline, and I'm like, hang on, do I want to know, like, how this plays out? But we'll get there. I'm sure everything's going to be fine. I'm sure I'll have my answers by the end of the series. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up, because I've been ranting a super long time. God, I love that episode. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. I'm dying to see what happens next. I'm just so here in Sabine's corner, ready to root for her, like, now more than ever. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Please, oh my goodness, please be sure to join me next time. You just know the second part's going to be even better, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.